Raider Nation, what's going on? It's Mitchell Renz here, host of the Raiders Report. And on today's show, Raiders rookie minicamp position battles to watch. I will say this, I had to reach out to some people to get the exact names of some of the players at rookie minicamp, just because there is a lot of camp invites. But what I wanted to do here is walk you guys through the top 5 positions that, if I was a Raiders fan, these are the position battles I would be keeping a close eye on. Before I break all these down, I got to know from the nation out there, which position are you most interested in at for Raiders rookie minicamp? Let me know down below. And again, I have these ranked from 5 all the way down to 1. I'll be real, I'm not really going to talk about many offensive linemen because I'm so confident in the Raiders offensive linemen that we have on this squad. But from what I heard from the first day, a lot of good competition from that group. Let's go here, number 5, and it's going to be running back. Watching Ashton Jeanty float like a butterfly, and he's going to have that sting like a bee, there's no doubt about it. But, I mean, the movement there for him, it really truly is effortless. But I want to see how guys stack up next to Jeanty, and there's a lot of players that, let's face it, are going to be fighting for a roster. When I first saw the rookies out there on the practice field, I was like, wait a minute, number 35, is that Zamir White? And then I realized, no, Zeus isn't out there. The 5 running backs that I was told that were at Raiders practice at least on Friday, May 9th, Chris Collier, Colin Griffin, Kevon Britton, and then Devin Ford. For Griffin, he's from the College of Lamar. Tarleton for Britton, and then Notre Dame down there from Devin Ford. But I want to see how these 3 guys that are fighting for a job, small, compact, getting their thing in there. Pause, giggity. For a guy like Ashton Jeanty, though, already very, very special. He's going to set that tone for the entire Raiders running back room. I'm going to give you number 4 here in a moment, but first, a word from our sponsor. Raider Nation, huge shout out to Temu for hooking up the nation with this special promotion. They are offering their 2nd anniversary promotion campaign, and for anyone who still hasn't downloaded the Temu app, you have the opportunity to get $100 cash. All you have to do is go download the Temu app and search your code DWF3344 in the app. You will see the Win Cash promotion page. Discount only applies to app new users with the qualifying orders. This promotion is open to anyone who hasn't downloaded the Temu app. If that's you, sprint to the App Store and take advantage of this special promotion. Now, a lot of the things that you're seeing up on screen are some of the things that I've gotten for myself and, a bed for Alex and my dog Chuck. So go download the Temu app, search your code DWF3344 in the Temu app. That's code DWF3344 in the Temu app. You will see the Win Cash promotion page when you use our code. Discount only applies to app new users with qualifying orders. Huge shout out again to Temu for hooking up the nation. For anybody out there, I'm going to be able to put these links down in the comments and in the description of today's show. Coming up here at number 4 is tight end. And the reason why I have tight end ranked above running back is because from the running back spot, I'm really only looking at those invites to see, can we get a potential Sincere McCormick? And that interests me because we know Jeanty's going to be the dude. At tight end, I want to see if this organization can find a tight end 3 that is young, that can learn behind Brock Bowers, that can learn behind Michael Mayer. And the reason why that I have tight end in my top 5 is because there's some players that I do actually think have some upside. So Mayer, Bowers, Ian Thomas were not at Raiders rookie minicamp. However, though, a Justin Shorter, a Kadir Ishmael, a Carter Runyon, and Pat Conroy all were there. When you look at Conroy, he is somebody that's got legit 99 percentile of athleticism from Old Dominion, but he was a fullback tight end hybrid. And I almost wonder if, you saw some of the stuff that Brock Bowers did as a rookie and at Georgia, where they lined him up as an H-back, they lined him up as a tight end. Wonder if we could see some of that stuff out of Conroy. For Carter Runyon, still kind of developing a little bit, but there was a lot of athleticism here at the tight end position. And again, I'm not looking for tight end 1. I'm not looking for tight end 2. But can we find somebody to be a Harrison Bryant tight end 3? And I do think that there's some upside here. I'm also going to throw out another name, Darren Waller. And I get it, but Darren Waller was an athletic freak that took some time to figure it out. I almost wonder if we can get one of those names in here. Let's go to number 3 here on our Raiders minicamp position battles to watch. I'm going to go with a linebacker, and this is twofold. I am still a little bit uncertain of what the Raiders starting linebackers are going to look like. I'm still a little bit unsure of where Tommy Eichenberg, Amari Burney, and Amari Gaynor are going to end up falling in terms of playing time. What I like to see, though, is this linebacker battle, I think, is going to be really intriguing because Cody Lindenberg was a 7th-round pick out of Minnesota, and as we saw the year before, MJ Devonshire, and I get it, it's a different regime, but the fact that we have a different regime always means that changes could happen. So MJ Devonshire did not make this roster last year as a 7th-round pick. So if I'm looking at Cody Lindenberg and I'm going, well, that's going to be a player that he's going to have to go out there and he's going to have to compete with a Matt Jones. He's going to have to compete with a Jalen Walker. And he's going to have to compete with the Brandon Smith. And I want to see how much of a separation Lindenberg is from those 3 players. Because I'll tell you this, I think Jalen Walker is an intriguing prospect, coverage linebacker, and it seems to be around the football. Matt Jones is another dude that filled up the stat sheets for many, many years at college. And for a player like Lindenberg, we're sitting back here going, I expected him to go in the 6th round. That's where we had him ranked from a Chat Sports standpoint. But then also you go back and brand new regime, brand new defensive staff. How is this entire linebacker, room going to look like from top to bottom? Because one of the positions that I talked about was Jalen Walker being a potential surprise roster candidate. Lindenberg, I expect to make this squad, but the NFL shows time and time again that with these new kickoff return rules, linebackers are being asked to play special teams. And because we're looking at some of these bottom of the roster guys, I do wonder if some of those linebackers could potentially be asked to play special teams, and that's going to be something that I look for, and that's why I have them ranked at number 3. Let's go to position group coming in here at number 2. It's the cornerback room. And DBs, I kind of just fit all these names in here, and I could have probably put some more safeties on this list as well, but because nickel corner is a little bit of a question mark, because our cornerback room in general has got a lot of young, unproven talent, the biggest thing that I want to see is the competition that these players are going to put on each other. And if you're having a lot of guys go out there and compete, I think good things are going to happen. Now, from a drafted UDFA standpoint, these are the players on the left. Darien Porter, drafted in the 3rd round. Mello Dotson out of Kansas, John Humphrey, and Greedy Vance. Those players are our UDFA signings. In terms of invites, that's where the right side of the screen. Jordan Taylor from JMU, Isaiah Rutherford from UMass, Herman Smith from Colorado, and then Kendall Paul from East Texas A&M. When you look at some of those players, they fit the mold of what somebody like Pete Carroll looks for in a cornerback room. And Darien Porter kind of talked about a little bit on Friday that there's a lot of good athletes, there's a lot of good competition, and when you get the opportunity to play for somebody like Pete Carroll that has that, hey man, I've worked with a lot of corners, I think you're seeing a little bit of extra juice from that room, and that's all I want to see, a little bit of extra juice from that cornerback room. Before I get into the number 1 position that I'm going to be looking at Raiders Rookie Minicamp, just a friendly reminder, hit that subscribe button. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm filming this on Friday. It's going to go out on Saturday morning, and I'm off Saturday and Sunday this week. If there's news that needs to be talked about on Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to make a video from home. Chuck might be there. My fiance Alex might be there. I don't take days off, and that's the type of person that I'm looking for, that I want to have here at Chat Sports, working with Chugs and I. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out what I posted on Instagram and Twitter at MitchellRens365. We're looking to expand the team here, and I need people that make videos on the weekend. And if you want to see videos on the weekend, make sure you're subscribed because we're going to be talking about them. Let's go to the number 1 position that I am most interested in from Raiders Rookie Minicamp. It's wide receiver. Not only did we go out and draft 3 receivers that are very different, like Jack Bech, Dante Thornton Jr., and Tommy Mellot, could not be, I think, more different of receivers. The one thing that I think that they bring is the mindset of, we're going to go out there and we're going to work our flipping tail off. Bech did a lot of good things from what I heard early on. You could tell that he's a hard worker. You could tell that he's a good hands catcher. You could tell that he's a good route runner. From a Tommy Mellot standpoint, I heard that he's got a lot of juice in the quick intermediate routes. You can see the footwork's really there. And then from Dante Thornton Jr., I said it to Chugs before we started filming this show, I think he looks like Martavis Bryant, and I only say that because he is an alien out there on the football field. And when you see somebody at 6'5" run the way that he does, and he's standing next to all these other players, he just looks a lot different. And I'm excited to see how he's going to be able to stretch the field. From a other standpoint, Jeff Foreman, Shedrick Jackson, those were practice squad players for us last year. They were there. And then in terms of camp invites, Kyle Ford from USC and then Chris Mitchell from Notre Dame did get the invite. But Bech, Dante, Thornton, Mellot, those are the three players we drafted. Zakhari Franklin from Illinois. He was a UDFA signing, so just keep that in mind. And a lot of these players are going to be fighting for roster spots. I get that. But this wide receiver room, you can already tell we have a lot more talented depth on wide receiver now than what we did last year. Depth. I get we had Devontae last year. Depth-wise, though, we're way, way deeper, which I don't think is a crazy thing to say. So one more time here again, the top minicamp position battles that I'm watching for. Running back comes in at number 5, tight end at number 4, linebacker at 3, cornerback at 2, wide receiver number 1. If you made it this far in the video, let me know the number 1 position that you're watching for.